Let me show you how to make a super cute DIY Happy Halloween wreath for your front door. Hey guys, it's Nikki here at Stillwater's Wreath Designs. If you are new to the channel, this channel is all about step-by-step DIY wreath and door swag tutorials. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. You'll find a full materials list for you below in the description of this video and my Etsy link if you'd like to purchase today's design. Okay, let's dive in. Here is the super cute Happy Halloween sign that will be the inspiration for today's wreath. We'll be using 3 different types of 10-inch deco mesh today, guys. This black, purple, and orange. And the first thing we need to do is build out that wreath base. We'll be using a 15-inch work wreath form, and the first thing we need to do is anchor down our black mesh, which will be the poof portion of our wreath base. You're going to start at any set of ties on that lower level, and we're going to be making 10-inch poofs. Here, I'm just using my ruler to measure out to that 10-inch spot, pinching that mesh into my fingers, and anchoring it down right into that very next set of lower level ties. So we've just made our first 10-inch poof. Let me go ahead and spin this camera around so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, that is much better. So you can see I've added the first 4 poofs, and I'm going to continue this process all the way around my lower portion of my wreath base, and then I'll jump up to the upper level so that we've got a 10-inch poof in every set of ties. By the way, you can get all of your wreath supplies at TMIGifts.com. They've got all kinds of deco mesh, wreath bases, signs, ribbons, attachments, all the things. And if you enter code Nikki20 when you check out, you'll get 20% off your entire order, and you can use that code as often as you like. Okay, back to our wreath. Once you've added that last poof into the upper level, it's time to cut away the remaining roll of your deco mesh. I'm just using my hand as a guard, and I'll come up about 1 inch on that mesh and cut it free. Okay, let's set our wreath base off to the side and prep our sign. First, I'm going to cut off this twine hanger, and then I'll grab a couple of mounting brackets to add to the back side of our sign. You can grab these from Amazon. I'll leave a link for you below. And basically it's got a sticky side on the back, and then the front side has got 4 points of entry so that you can run your floral wire stems, pipe cleaners, or whatever you're using to attach your signs and embellishments right down into the wreath. So I'm going to add 1 to each side of the sign, and then I'm going to grab my glue gun, and I like to run a bead of hot glue right around those brackets just to make sure they don't go anywhere. Now we can set our sign off to the side to fully dry while we finish adding mesh into the wreath base. Now that we've added the poofs in, it's time to add our cruffles and curls. We'll be using the orange and the purple. Remember guys, this is a recipe. Tweak it and make it your own. We're going to add 1 cruffle and 1 curl to every set of ties. And there are 18 sets of ties on the entire wreath base. So for each color, you're going to need 9 pieces cut at 20 inches in length and 9 pieces cut at 10 inches in length. And then I'll meet you back here. Okay, let's get those cruffles and curls added in, and we're going to alternate between the colors. So we'll start out with a 20-inch piece of the orange deco mesh to make our cruffle. All we're going to do is roll those ends in a couple of times to tuck away the raw edge and ruffle in the middle to create that cruffle. And to make your curls, you'll just grab one of the 10-inch pieces of deco mesh and roll that piece into a cylindrical tube, and you'll have a curl. So we're going to start out by adding an orange cruffle into any set of ties, and then right on top of that cruffle in the opposite color, we'll add a curl. So we're just placing those right down between those 2 sets of ties and giving those ties a couple of tight twists. We'll alternate back and forth between the color schemes. So for the next set of ties, we'll do a purple cruffle and an orange curl. Continue this process throughout your entire wreath base, making sure each set of ties gets 1 cruffle and 1 curl, and be sure to alternate back and forth between the 2 colors. Okay, let's speed ahead. Okay, you guys, I had to spin the camera around again to show you the finished base. You guys, there's nothing in this but deco mesh. And look how full this base is. I think I have just stumbled onto my new favorite deco mesh technique. So the 1 poof, 1 cruffle, 1 curl method is definitely a keeper. What do you think? Okay, let's move on to the next step. Look how stinking cute this ribbon choice is for this wreath, guys. So we'll be using two 1.5 inch wide ribbon and one 2.5 inch wide ribbon. And because this wreath base is so full and we've got some florals to add in, we're only going to add one ribbon tail to every set of ties. Remember, we've got 18 ties in total on our wreath base, and so we're going to need 6 pieces of each of the ribbon types. Let me show you how to quickly cut your ribbon tails. I'm just going to grab my ruler, and I like my tails to be 12 inches long when they're single tails. So we're going to identify that 12-inch mark that with our finger, and then we're going to fold the ribbon accordion style for the total number of pieces that we need. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to cut the remainder of the roll away. We're finished. And I like to angle trim my ends for my Halloween wreaths. And so what I'm going to do here is just grab my scissors, keep those together. I'm going to do half a stack at a time. I'm going to come down about 1 inch on the side and cut up diagonally to the corner. We'll do that for the second half of our ribbon stack as well. Now keep that stack together, spin it around, and do the exact same thing. So what we've done here, guys, is measure our ribbon tails, all of our ribbon tails at once, separated them, and angle trimmed our ends in just a couple of quick steps. All right, let's do that for the rest of our ribbon types, and then I'll meet you back here. Now that we've got all of our ribbon tails trimmed, let's get them added into our wreath base. Go ahead and grab your small snips and keep those handy. So we're going to take one ribbon tail, and you can either eyeball to find that center, or if it's easier for you, just fold that in half. And then scrunch and gather. Give that a pinch right in the center, kind of like a men's bow tie. Come to any set of ties on your wreath base. Place that ribbon tail all the way down to the base of those ties and give them 2 or 3 tight twists. Then you'll just use your small snips and trim away the excess bit of your tie. I like to take my fingers and just kind of curl it a little bit out of the way and fluff out your ribbon tail. So all I'm doing is forming them in a very loose V away from the center of that wreath, and then we'll move on to the next. Let's do one more together and then we'll speed ahead. Grab your single ribbon tail, fold that in half to identify the center, give it a pinch, come to your very next set of ties on your wreath base, place that ribbon tail all the way down to the base, give those ties several tight twists, and trim off those excess bits of ties. So go ahead and get one ribbon tail added to every set of ties here on your wreath. Trim away those excess bits of tails, and I'll meet you back here. You can find a full materials list for all the things that we're using today below in the description of this video. Now that our ribbon tails are added in, how stinking cute is that? Okay, the next step is to add our sign into our wreath. Those mounting brackets are nice and secure. That glue is dry. And we're going to anchor this in with a couple of 18 gauge floral wire stems. I'll leave a link for these below for you. I just like to fold that in half loosely to identify that center point. Run that floral wire stem right through your bracket there and give it a couple of loose twists just so it doesn't slide out. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. Once you've got those floral wire stems, of course you can always use a zip tie. We're going to place this sign right in the center of our wreath. So I'm going to run those stems right down through that mesh. This is why I like to use floral wire stems, guys, because it's much more sturdy and it will just poke right through. So we're just going to poke those floral wire stems right through the wreath so that our sign is nice and centered. Then we'll flip the wreath over We'll find our floral wire stems. We'll make sure that they're anchored around at least one of the rings here on our wreath base. And we're going to give those floral wire stems just 2 or 3 loose twists. And we're going to do that for both sides. Then we'll flip our wreath over, make sure the sign is still centered. Once we're sure we're happy with that placement, we'll come back to those floral wire stems, grab our needle nose pliers, give those stems 2 or 3 tight twists. Then we'll trim away the excess bit of stem. Okay, it's time for the last step. We're going to add some of this super cute glittery black floral bush into our wreath. So remember, we've got 18 sets of ties, and we're going to add a little floral bit into every set of ties. So I'm just going to cut that off at the base, and then I'm going to cut each piece in half. I only want those to be a couple of inches in length. So we'll continue to trim down this bush until we've got 18 pieces. Okay, on to our last step. We're going to add, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to add 1 floral bit to the center of every single set of ties, or where the ties once were, on our wreath base. So all we're going to do is grab our hot glue gun, just run a little bit of hot glue right there at that stem, come into any set of ties on your wreath. And I like to nestle my florals right down into those tie tails or tie bits because they're really good grabbers. Hold it for about 15 seconds and move on to the next. And this beauty is finished. I do have a few more of these available in my Etsy shop if you'd like to grab one for yourself. What do you think?